My golf game completely changed in an extremely positive way when I realized this, and that was that swing thoughts don't do a single thing to your golf swing when you're out on the golf course. So that might be extremely controversial of a thought for a lot of you out there. How on earth can you get around a golf without crazy swing thoughts? But I'll really rephrase that a little bit. We want to be more creating feels out on the golf course and physical things we can feel, rather than thinking of little technical positions. As you know from a few videos recently, I'll let you know kind of what I think out on the golf course, but it's more what I feel and what I'm trying to do with my golf swing. Because I hear so many of you having all these different swing thoughts. You're trying to get the club in a certain position midway in a downswing. You're trying to get through the golf ball with a little bit better of a turn. You're trying to get in a better spot at the top. And to be honest, that's good stuff to be working on when you're out on the driving range. But on the golf course, you're never going to be able to do that. That's why always keeping the thoughts or feels you have very, very minimal. It's like for me, one of the feel that I really like, which I did a video about last week, is feeling like my chest is getting in front of the ball as I'm going through impact. That keeps my low point forward, that keeps me compressing my irons. It's not necessarily I'm thinking of the technical spot, getting my chest in the right spot. It's getting in the repetitions in practice and then transferring that into a feel. One of the things that always stuck with me if I set the training aid up was when I struggled with a little particular swing fault. And I worked on a drill like this religiously, and it became a feel, which really, really helped me out on the golf course, which is something what I always talk about with you guys, is you have to do a lot of drills. So I had a period of time where I was getting up to the top of the backswing like this. I had no depth at the top of my backswing, none. To where then I just went from drawing it one day to literally slicing it out to win. No idea what it was. My coach then told me I had a massive lack of depth at the top of the backswing. Years ago this was. So I was like, okay, then he gave me a good few drills to go away with. This was one of them. So it was a long alignment stick, swing underneath it. If you have it blocking your shoulder plane here, your arms can't get too high. So you might be thinking, okay, that's a great drill, but what do I think on the golf course? It's something I always have in my comment section. But this is what I did. I did tons and tons and tons of repetitions, swinging underneath it, tons of them. But you might think, okay, well, what do you think on the golf course? I just tried to replicate the same feel. Imagine that was still there. I did so many repetitions of it that as soon as I got out on the golf course, I still felt like that stick was still there. So I was still getting up to the top, turning through that shot, and I was getting to a better spot. I remember playing a tournament quite close to working on this, a good month or so after doing this. And it was a really good tournament. I had that same feel, like this was there with me the whole time, creating a feel, not a thought. I wasn't trying to think that I was in this better spot. I was just trying to create the sensation through a drill and what that feels like in my body, and then go through and swing from there. Like the feel of what it feels like my chest to get in front, the pressure I'm feeling in my left leg, and I'm feeling kind of stacked on this left side doing so. Not just trying to think of the technical position. Because here's the thing, guys, golf swing happens really, really fast. Think of how fast the downswing is. It's ridiculous at how quick that is. You're not going to be able to consciously get something into your golf swing from there. So that's where if you're someone practicing a drill like, let's say a preset rotation drill, to get yourself to turn more, I really urge you next time you go and practice that, absorb what that feels like. Really connect with what it feels like as you're going through that shot. What does the pressure in your feet feel like when you're doing it? What does the torque and tension in your sides feel like as you're doing that? You know, do you feel like you're a little bit more open, a little bit more stretched in that chest area as you're turning through? Who knows? But whatever that is, and it's getting you into the result you want, feel it instead of thinking, I'm just trying to get more turn, just like the preset rotation drill. Because I can tell you what, you probably won't replicate it thinking it. You got to feel it. Swing thoughts don't do a tremendous amount, regardless anyway, which is why we do drills to create feels. So, absolutely, next time you go out and practice your specific drill, really get to feel what it feels like, and then replicate that on the golf course. And I can guarantee you're going to have way more success. You're going to have your brain less clouded with all these type of thoughts. If you're going to have any type of feel / thought, but make it more of a feel, of course, on the course, 1, 2 if you're having a bad day. No more than that. I know most of you got 7. Make them feels. Obviously, you can't feel multiple things at once in a golf swing, so it makes you narrow it down quite nicely to what's actually important. So, if you enjoyed this video, Click that like button if you want more golf instruction just like this. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video. So, rephrase it a little bit. Not thoughts, feels.